I'm AJ Hill, and this is Come Follow Me, and we are going to discuss Christmas, and it's a Christ-centered channel. Um, we do our best to entertain and to educate, and if you can help us out by spreading the word, please do so by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. If you'd like to join me, please contact me on my Facebook group, For the Love of God, or you can contact me on my Facebook handle is Arthur A.J. Hill. So anyway, or you can leave a comment, of course, and tell me your desires and tell me how I can improve the product that I'm producing here. And anyway, let's get started. Not much in discussion for uh, uh, interaction with people this week. A lot of people are not at work, and so I'm working with another gentleman. And we're busy, so not a lot of into conversation. But we said, Mary, how was our Christmas and stuff like that, and how we enjoyed. I got a friend of mine. He really most wonderful person, most wonderful child of God. He's his uncle is actually the reason for the three strikes law in California. So he comes from a pretty rough background, but he truly loves his children. I've never seen a person love his children so much. Yeah, in his life, he's in jail and stuff like that in his lifetime, and but it was because he grew up in a world that did not allow him to really, get started in life in the right way. And but again, I've never seen a man that looked so troubled in his life and still has trouble because of his past, but have so much love for his children. Um, can't beat that. And so we talk about that a little bit. I just find it remarkable, and he would be a great asset to the church or any religious sect. But I would say that hopefully in time that he has a desire to find a way to introduce God and more intimately into his life and to the lives of those who he affects. But again, just a wonderful human being, and I'm always praying for him because he definitely needs it. But he's definitely one of the good guys in the world. But anyway, so we were talking about we were getting into the scriptures. So let's share. And if you're obviously people are watching to others, and if you don't mind leaving a comment and let me know who you are, or at least uh, just say hey, appreciate it. Um, and let's see here. So let's go to Luke, or excuse me, Matthew chapter 2, where we're going to start reading about more about the birth of Christ. It says, "Now then Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king. Behold, there came wise men," not three wise men. It just simply says wise men. And so again, it frustrates me to not frustrates. I think I just poke fun at it that people um, have fallen into narratives and to false narratives uh, because simply it's tradition. and they complain about the Latter-day Saint traditions and how some of those traditions are against the Bible, but yet they always the nativities that you see, 99% of them have three wise men. Uh, because of it is because of the frankincense, myrrh, and gold, frankincense. Anyway, we'll get to it. Uh, anyway, they're bear gifts, and there's three gifts that are mentioned, and so automatically you would suppose that there is three wise men. But anyway, and then they have, like I said, they have them at the birth of Christ, and they don't show up for a long time after his birth. So anyway, it's just some fun uh, observations there, and so whenever you see a nativity set, you should be like, ha ha, he got it wrong, but you trying. Bless your heart. But anyway, so saying, where is that he that is born, King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. And so again, you think about this idea that these kings or these wise men, and they were probably kings or whatever, they knew of the prophecies of Jesus Christ, they or the Messiah, the King of the Jews, because they were not a part of the religious sects within Jerusalem. So they were free to understand the writings as they understood them, not because somebody told them, but because they were that because of what they read, and they seen a sign in the heavens of the star in the east. And why wouldn't people all over the world have some kind of indication that there was the Messiah that was going to be born? Why couldn't the people in the Americas have some kind of sense of the Messiah and his coming? Why would they be left out? I mean, if again in the days of Noah, the earth was flooded and people spread from there. And but Noah was a good man. He would have taught them of the things that were he knew about the coming of a savior. We have that if Adam and Eve, if the Adam and Eve story is true, and it is, for me it is, then they were even taught of a Messiah. So why wouldn't Noah know of that same Messiah, the same uh, Savior of the world? Why wouldn't he have taught his children? And then those children taught their children, and so on and so forth. And eventually, these children get spread out throughout the world. So everybody knows of Messiah to come, or have some kind of connection to that idea. And so, why wouldn't the people in the Americas have something to do with God? All right. Why wouldn't God allow them to know of this Savior? So they didn't weren't demanded to do animal sacrifices. I mean, again, the wise men knew they weren't Jews. They came out of the east, or yeah, they came out of the east. Okay, saying where's the king? Is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. So, why would Jerusalem be troubled? Uh, oh, it, all of Jerusalem? I don't know. I don't think all Jerusalem is accurate, but at least the those who would be heads of state would be kind of concerned. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he de he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophets. Wow. Again, prophecy is showing us that the that for their knowledge of prophecy, that they knew eventually this king would be born in Bethlehem. So why would they? Why are you trying to kill God? Why are you trying to kill God, a Messiah? I mean, this is pretty downright. This is evil. This could only come from Satan. Wow, it's crazy. And they said unto him in Bethlehem of Judea, For thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, and that's the prophecy. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently that what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. Again, this great star that is something of a wonder. Could have been that, and my understanding on it is that this was the vessel in which our Father in heaven resides, and he brought it in close proximity for this great event because in the Western Hemisphere, where the Nephites and the Lamanites were, they had a great understanding of, or this great miracle where they didn't see darkness for 2 days. It was day, the night was dark or light. The night, when the night came, it was still light, and then day was light. And so this great star would have been big enough where it could have that it needed to be observed by the people in the east, which the wise men did, and then the people in the Western Hemisphere had light for 2 days, or for one night was not did not go dark. Anyway, I'm trying to explain that well enough. But anyway, um, when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. Excuse me. Let me go back here. Um, Again, the king wants to worship him, or at least that's what King Herod is trying to tell the wise men. But we know his intentions. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went. Um, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they had come, and when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented under unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Okay, these were valuable things, and they would have these would have been able to help the family. Eventually, they got to run out of Israel and go to Egypt. So they were going to because of the King Herod wanting to murder the young child, God wanting to murder God. That's pretty savage. And being warned of God in a dream, they should not return to Herod. They departed into their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Wow. Again, it's amazing that a king would want to destroy a child, want to destroy God. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw, which is kind of interesting, again, if you're a Latter-day Saint, it fits well within our theology when it talks about the Father being the Father and the Son being the Son, and uh, how the Father called his Son out of Egypt. Um, anyway, then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Wow. Again, the most savage and vicious people in the world to kill children because you're worried about losing power. Again, you bring that today. Again, there's been the stories of Moses when they were killing all the children, uh, when he was coming forth to be the great uh, liberator of Israel. And then you have Jesus Christ at his time, the children being slaughtered, he being the great liberator of all mankind. And then in the days, in our modern day, people are slaughtering their children through abortion because of the riches, because they are a burden. Because children will rule over the parents because they have so much demand uh, that is and responsibility that of the parents to take care of them. Again, this is sad. Why people are aborting children only simply because of the almighty dollar, and it's not or for liberty, so that they're not burdened with a child. Again, this is evil, and it always will be. And I understand that people are adversely affected. Some women could be in danger of dying. The child is going to be stillborn. Uh, the rape and incest, those things are, I can understand the position that, in these instances, that is determined by the mother and the father themselves on how they will go forward with that. But not the father, not the husband, not the father of the child when it's incest and rape. they have no right to the child. But maybe a husband and wife makes that decision, or the woman herself. But just to arbitrarily just take the life of a child that you're carrying because it's going to be inconvenient. This is, again, the same thing that Herod was doing because it was inconvenient to him, that he was going to might lose his uh, his freedom to rule over his own life and rule over Israel. Again, pretty savage, Satan-like. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremy the prophet, saying, I want to make sure I get that right. Okay. In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for the children, for her children, and would not be comforted, because they are not. But then when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeareth in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And when he arose and took the young child and his mother, and came into the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee, and he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene. Anyway, folks, it's been a great day. Thank you for joining me this day. I wish I had more time, but my work schedule demands me that I get there at 7 o'clock or six, a little bit before because I got to get dressed into my uniform. But again, hopefully you find a reason or cause to share this video, like this video, leave a comment. Let me know how I can get better. If you want to join me and improve this platform, I really appreciate it. Uh, and maybe subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to subscribe because I'm not going to stop doing these. These are things that are helping me to be actually studying the Come Follow Me curriculum. I'm enjoying it. Used to, like I said, I would uh, just listen to it over while I drove to work, but never really engaged. And this is making my life better. And I'm hoping that this will excite others to want to uh, uh, get their day started with the Come Follow Me curriculum and actually get into this, into um, uh, actually studying their curriculum and not just listening and just passing over it. And anyway, for the love of God, pray often and pray always. And you guys have a great night. And thank you. Yeah, let's get out of here, hopefully.